All right. So as we can see, guys, obviously I had a towel here just so that it wouldn't leak any fucking more. And the towel, you see how wet it is? It's almost soaked except for the ends. Even some of the inside is soaked. It was only sitting there for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I just put it there. Not to mention how you got the bed. Well, you can't really tell from the phone, but it's wet. Now, if this happens, don't say, oh, I'll fix it later. I mean, yeah, you could put a towel here and keep swapping towels out, but do not just let it run down your wall and run down your floor. If you live in a trailer, your floor is going to rot out, your wall is going to rot out, unless you have a newer trailer with a sheetrock in it. But you see this? This is from the previous AC unit, and I had to fix the floor. I just ain't fixed the wall. We're trying to get a new house, and there ain't no point in tearing this whole wall apart and getting everything out of the room, fixing it. It ain't hurt nothing. Now, if you notice, this is where it's going to leak, right here. And you're going to notice it dripping down. You see the little water droplet? It's going to drip down and then fall. You also notice, you see it's still leaking. So we still got an issue. That means we got to do some more work. And this is a Black & Decker. Now, it's not dirty. Because I just cleaned it. And yeah, we live in the woods, so you're going to see bugs every now and then. If you don't like bugs, then sorry. No, I didn't clean it perfectly. You still see it. I mean, I have a husky, I told you. And yeah, it's hard sometimes. Alright, so you see all that water? It's not draining like it's supposed to, obviously. We know that the hole's right here. So we are going to, we're not going to undo all this crap and take the radiator out and undo this. No. I'll grab our little metal bar. And also another way to kind of help find the hole is the majority of the water should be pooling where the hole is, because it's designed to run to the hole and then out. Now, this is not really recommended, but like I said, it ain't gonna hurt your AC unit. Now, you will have to fix, well, not fix, but when that hole gets dirty, like you see the AC is sucking everything, you got the filter on, and you're gonna have to clean that hole. Come on, I know you're there. And the old lady's gonna get mad at me for doing this, but like I said, it doesn't hurt your AC, and just don't mess with all this. And you see how I just scraped it? Luckily I didn't scrape it hard enough, but don't mess with all that. It's important to keep it intact, just because it catches everything. Now sometimes even if you get this correct, I mean, you might want to turn your AC off so it's not sitting there running and condensing while you're making more water while you're trying to clean it. But now I'm going to spread the radiator out on the bottom as well to give the water more room to move. And if you do that, you can cut it and pull it out, but don't just rip it out, because it's very thin metal. If you start to pull it, you could wind up going all the way up it. But like I said, it ain't gonna hurt your AC, and I'll cut that out later. But do not go mess with the entire radiator. And you might not even have to do this. You can go from the front, like I said, go get that little drain spiky thingy from Walmart or wherever the hell you like shop, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. It looks like a little drain snake, but it's a piece of plastic and it's got little spikes on the end of it. Go grab it and stick it in that hole in the back. Shove it up as far as you can. And I mean, don't, if you feel the radiator, don't sit there and jam it through the radiator if you don't want a hole in it. And if you notice, I gotta hold myself up with my arm, so I'm sorry the video ain't been perfect, but it looks like we're draining. You can give it a little help. I don't even know why these ACs get sludgy, and to be honest, I believe that sludge, if you notice, when you clean the AC the first time and get all that sludge out, this is the first time I've cleaned it, because it's basically new. It's been in there for, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe less. But you get all that sludge out, you're really not going to see anymore. And I think that it's put there on purpose. Anyway, looks like we're draining. We're gonna go outside again, and we're gonna pause this video, not stop it like I did the first one, as an accident. It was an accident caused by an asshole. Alright, so we're gonna go outside again and we're gonna check it out. Now you see there's only a little bitty hole. You can make it smaller if you want to take your time, nice and perfect, but it's not gonna hurt you at all. Dixie, you coming? So we grabbed this swallow of monster that's sitting on the table because we were working in there until we noticed the AC leaking really bad. We grabbed a cigar. Well, it's a filtered cigar, but it's one of them black Dijon clove cigars. I like them. Anyway, and there's Weeksy. What are you doing, Dixie? Dixie, what are you doing? You're not gonna say hi, are you? Huh? Go play. Run around. You don't get to run very much because of your sister. Alright, this is a good sign. You noticed earlier we weren't leaking on the back left. Now we are. You see this? It's practically clean, and it's you got clean water floating on the top of the sludge. So we're there. Now we're gonna put the phone down for a minute, so bear with me. I'll pause it for you guys, and we're gonna bend this rod a little bit more. Alrighty, we got it bent. Probably too much. Yeah, we're gonna unbend it. I can do it with one hand. Guess that's enough. Yep, see, we see water flowing. If you see a piece of, like this little speck of dirt, that's what you want to keep your eye on. That dirt starts following the hole out. There you go, you got it. And like I said, that radiator, if you don't want to poke a hole in the radiator like I did above the bar, you saw the little bar, the bottom bar on it. If you don't want to do that, you still need to, son of a bitch, I did not want you in there, and my tools are inside. Whatever. But you saw how I went underneath the bar and made a little space. You can't really tell it's there. You at least want to do that, and you can do it nice and gentle. You can do it perfectly and pristine, whatever floats your boat. But you definitely want a small separation right there so that the water and anything that possibly gets in your AC unit doesn't clog up right there just because it can't get through the damn radiator. See my nails, I gotta cut them. Yeah. Gotta cut the nails. Son of a bitch, I did it again. And maybe try getting you a longer bar is fine, so you can actually have something to hold on to. But you know what they say about hindsight. And I just keep fucking with it. see I can't push the bar anymore. And if it was a little longer, I could probably try to shove it through the end of the radiator where I'm at, but you know, we already made a little hole. So now if you notice, we're leaking a little bit more on this side. We got a lot more water right here, and you can see it kind of glistening, and it'll skip over there onto the other side too. Now there might be another hole on the other side, but I doubt it. Like I said, I've never seen one, and you don't see any sludge. But anyways, let's go back inside and check it out one more time. Leaving your filter off your AC is not going to hurt it for a couple of a couple minutes, whatever. If you do not have a dog, or you do not have a super hairy dog that sheds twice a year, and that, you know, just dumps all her hair like she has a terminal disease. No offense to anybody, I do support the pink ribbon. The cancer. But, you know, California, everything causes cancer. Wixie, what are you doing? What are you doing, Wixie? You don't say hi very well, do you? You don't say hi very well, do you, Dixie? That's an old fridge we took out. It don't work. If it did, I'd plug it in and use it for outside fridge. That's my other baby, but she's not running either. I think it's a fuel injection problem, and obviously a pressure issue, because obviously, I mean, if you don't know anything about diesels, you can learn today. Diesels run off of pressure. Like, it has to have fuel pressure. It can't just have fuel sitting in there, no pressure, like a car. You know, the carburetor pulls the gas, or the fuel pump pushes it to the injectors. It won't work. There used to be a pile of wood right here because I had to tear down the porch and fix it. And I was cleaning this pile of wood. We had a snake, a huge copperhead, sitting right there in that hole of that tree. And I'm telling you, I touched it. I brushed it with my hand. It did not move. I didn't scream like a little girl, "Oh my God!" You know, I just calmly walked back a couple steps, went and grabbed a hoe. Mom grabbed a shovel. She held it. Well, I held him first, and then let her get a hold on him, and then I cut him in half. But he was huge. He was coiled up about 3 times, and he covered that, you know, at least from root to root, and really fat, like twice as big as that water hose. I won't take up any more of your time. We're gonna go check on the inside again. All right, here we are. So, you see how it's dry? Huh? Nice and clean, nice and dry. Well, it's not clean, but you see that little hole we made? Well, actually, that little bitty hole, that might be where I was sticking the rod through in the back. So who knows? But it's close enough. We can even merge those 2 holes together, but we're gonna leave them alone since it worked. And now we can just use those as need be. That's what she said. But now, obviously, if you have a wetback, you can even vacuum your radiator. If you don't know anything about a wetback and you just go out and get one for this purpose, take the filter out of the vacuum when you are vacuuming water. If you are not vacuuming water, or let's say you just got through vacuuming up water, you can literally suck up. If you have a hole of water you need drained, you can take the filter out and suck up as much water as you want. They got a little plug on the bottom of the vacuum. It should say shop/wetback or whatever. They got a little plug on the bottom of the vacuum that you can undo and just let all the water out, or you could take the top off and dump it and then do it all over again. But before you start vacuuming up dirt, sand, hair, whatever, take that filter, obviously clean it a little bit, blow it out. Do not clean it with water. Blow it out. If worse comes to worse, just tap it on a tree and get it as clean as possible. Dry your vacuum, put the filter in, and you're good to go. Or you'll have a muddy mess and the filter will still probably be messed up depending on how much water you vacuumed up and didn't pour out of the wetback. So let's go over it one more time. Wetback, water, no filter. Wetback, dirt, hair, sheetrock, sawdust, whatever. Make sure it's dry, put the filter in, and you're good to go. And we will clean this later. We ain't cleaning it right now because I got other shit to do. But you see how nice and dry it is? And there is your AC tutorial. Like I said, you do not have to put this hole in there. Just shove that bar as far as you can. You can even put however big your hole is. Some of them are different. That's what he said. You could take a little piece of gauze. You could take some duct tape. You can use pine needles. Whatever you got around your house and your yard. Put it on the end and make like a little Q-tip. And just keep on working it in and out of that hole. Clean it real good. And you should have no problem. It should start working. You don't even need to do that. I do it just because it makes it easier, just in case. It also helps the water flow better through the front like it's supposed to. But you do not need to do that. But it's not going to hurt your AC unit. We need to take a little toothbrush and a little bit of diluted bleach water and clean that radiator nice and easy. You can also take the, oh man, I missed it. You can also take that out, spray a little bit in there, clean it up. Now if you want to take this AC out of the window like the other guys tell you to do, and you want to really clean it, don't use a pressure washer. And if you do, don't hit this radiator. Don't use a water hose on the radiator. And you need to take this, unscrew it, drop it out take as many loose wires that are connected to it as you can, put it in a Ziploc bag. Then you're going to take a grocery bag, you're going to put it over the Ziploc bag after you've done Ziplocked it as much as you can, and you're going to tie it real tight. You can always rip it off later. Tie it real tight. You can use duct tape for anything else you may feel like you want to keep covered. Do not get this or anything that's plugged into it wet. Now, there is a USB probably behind here. I'm not going to take it off for you. You see in other videos that you can undo. And then put a piece of duct tape or something, maybe even packaging tape, scotch tape over that hole. You know, just do all you can to protect the electronics, and then have at it. Spray it, soap it, whatever. But do not get all this wet, because your shit won't work when you plug it back in. Boop. And there she is. Now we're gonna get all the extra water, and you see I duct tape mine around the window. I mean, it doesn't look, you know, it doesn't look great for any highfalutin people, you know, but you know, there's a difference between class and having money. There's a huge difference. Just because you have money does not mean you have class, and it doesn't mean you can't get your ass whooped. Now, it means you can get that person in more trouble after you get your ass whooped, but it does not save you from getting put in the hospital eating through a tube when you done offended the wrong person. But we duct tape it. Nice and neat. Towel soaking wet. We'll have to change the bedding. Of course, it's not that wet, it's just a little damp. And we can even put another towel on there, push it down, soak it up. Yeah, it's not that wet. Just a sheet. Because I had a towel there. The floor is probably a little more wet before I got a towel down. Because you saw how it goes down the AC, drips along the wall. But yep, we're good. Alright, that's it for AC video, but that is the easiest way to get your AC unit stop leaking on the inside, and nobody's going to show you that. I don't know why. They just, you know, I even looked up a video for this AC. I was like, where the hell's my hole at? Because I mean, I knew where it was. I saw the sludge, but I was just double checking everything before I, you know, cut the little metal rods out of the backside. And they're real easy. Like I said, they're aluminum. Just take you a pair of wire cutters, pair of nail cutters, nail pullers, whatever. Anything should work. And if y'all wondering what that is a really, really old it needs to be cleaned. But trust me, when the lights are off and it's clean, that thing it'll blind you. I don't really use it that much, but it's there. That's a little incense burner sitting on top. That's where I do it. Dr. Pepper. Van Halen. See, the roof needs to be cleaned too. Needs to be patched up right there. But like I said, we're trying to get a new house, so And you see my little slits I put in the... That's so that just in case you bump the window the wrong way, and you know, you don't want that coming up. If it comes up, you know, a half an inch, AC unit's gonna fall out the window. Because I do not have it screwed down, I don't have it, nothing. It's just sitting on the window. And that's all you need right there. But yeah, I need to dust. I got a lot of things to do. Anyway, there you go, guys. There you go. Hopefully this helps you. And like I said, anytime your AC is leaking, from now on, all you got to do is walk outside, grab the rod, stick it in the hole. You know, that's what she said. Clean it out. And you're good. No more leaking on the inside. And it probably will not leak anymore at all. Unless that, I mean, you saw how we cleaned that hole and we kind of shoved that rod through it, kind of got some styrofoam out of it. Nothing can really stick to it anymore. If that hole gets clogged up now, there's something in there. But, there you go. As always, like and subscribe. I don't see making a future on this like other people do. I'm just not a people person. I can't be bubbly. I can't lie to you. I can't keep my opinions out of the video. I am a very opinionated person. But hey, if you like that, you like me, you like my videos are helpful, like and subscribe. Hopefully one day when I'm 80 years old, I'll be making a little bit. But thanks, guys. Have fun.